Good morning, students. I hope that you all are keeping well. Stay at home and stay safe. I hope that you all are staying at home, and whenever you go out, wear a mask. It is very compulsory for you all to cope up with this pandemic also. So make it your habit to wear a mask and wash your hands frequently. So now you all are big students, big children, so I know that you will do. And if you are having your siblings, younger brothers and sisters, you will teach them too. So please see, today we will start with the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. So first of all, I want to tell you about Robert Frost. Who was Robert Frost? Robert Frost was an American poet. He was famous for the way he wrote about rural life in America in early 20th century. In his poetry, Frost received the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry 4 times. In this poem, Frost talks about how spending time outdoor affected him and helped change his state of mind. So students, very simple poem for you. But first we will see the first 4 lines of the poem. So here the poem says that the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruled. So first 4 lines we will see. So here it has been said, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So here hemlock tree means, first you should know the meaning of hemlock tree. It's a poisonous tree with small white flowers. So let's see the explanation of these 4 lines. The poem is set in the scene where the poet is in the bad mood and is walking by a tree that is a hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. You can see here, hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. As he passes by, a crow, you can see the picture of a crow. A crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. You can see here a crow is throwing some snow dust on the poet. Whether it falls on his head or shoulder is unknown, as there is no specific mention in the poem. So you can see in these 4 lines it has not been mentioned that where the snow dust has fallen on the poet. So you can see here also in the picture, the crow has just flew away and he has thrown some snow dust on the poet, but it has not been mentioned where the snow dust has fallen on the poet. So also you should know that the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action. So why this crow has done this type of action, the readers are, that means we are the readers of this poem, and we did not know that why the crow has done such type of action. Whether the crow was landing, shivering with cold, anything can happen here. So we can say that might be the crow was landing on the tree, or might be he was shivering with cold. As you can see that the hemlock tree and other things were covered with the snow, so might be this crow also shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch or taking off. That means he wanted to sit on a proper branch and save himself, and or he wanted to flew away from that place. So it happened to send some particles of snow upon the earth. So whatever the activity this crow has done, that means he we are still in confusion that whether he was landing, shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch, or taking off. That means flying away. So it happened to send some particles of snow upon the author. So here the two agents of nature we can see, students, that is the hemlock tree and the crow. The crow are signifier of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in opening scene. So in the opening scene, what happened? The poet was not in a good mood, he was in a sad mood. So let's see the other four lines. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So here in the second four lines, students, these lines says that for reasons unknown, the author was having, that means the poet was having a terrible day. That means Robert Frost is having a terrible day, but the falling of the snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. So he had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved by a crow and the hemlock tree. Generally, hemlock tree and crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. If we don't think that crow is bad or hemlock tree is bad, or it is used for a negative references, definitely it will bring joy and happiness too. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever the way the nature chooses us to bless us. So here, as you can see, the poet used the negative references of the crow and the hemlock tree beautifully to portray that inauspicious, that means the things which are not good, not the sign of good things, can bring joy and happiness. This crow was doing whatever he was doing, that means he was landing or shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch or taking off, but he has sent some particles of snow upon the author's head. So here the poet is telling us that bad things also can bring joy and happiness too. We must not take things for granted. That means that is bad. I've seen this, that means my day will become bad or it will go useless. So don't think that. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. You can see now the corona pandemic also, students. Many of us have lost their relatives, their parents, their close ones. So we must thank God that He has blessed us in so many ways that now I am teaching you and you are listening it. So here, do not take anything negative, be positive in the bad circumstances or bad situation also. You never know in what way God can bless you, nature can choose you to bless you. So here is the summary of the poem. I can read it for you. Let's see. Dust of a Snow summary. The short poem by Robert Frost throws light upon the unimaginable healing power of nature and tiny things. From a bad mood to ill health, there is nothing that can't be cured by nature. The author was experiencing one such bad day when a crow's movement near a hemlock tree dusted snow upon him. So the snow was instantly makes him happier. His day get a lot better. Thus the supremacy of nature as a whole made him realize how petty his problem was. The fact that hemlock tree is poisonous combined with crow being the indicator of doom and fear are used in the poem as the carrier of happiness in the life of narrator is ironical. The poet through these objects has tried to highlight that sometimes creatures linked with negative aspects of life can be the bringer of change and happiness. Being outdoors in nature with all its unpredictability can benefit anyone, anywhere, at any time. So students, as you have seen the poem Dust of Snow, the summary tells you everything students. It tells you that the hemlock tree and the crow are the indicators of doom and fear, are used in the poem as the carrier of happiness in the life of the narrator who is telling you this poem. So the poet through these objects has tried. Now you can see here the poet through these objects has tried to highlight that sometimes creatures linked with negative aspects of life can be the bringer of change and happiness, but outdoor in nature with all its unpredictability can benefit anyone, anywhere, at any time. So this is all about the poem The Dust of Snow. So I hope that you have understood this poem, and I will send you understanding the poem and appreciating the poem, both things you have to do in your fair copy. As we have said that you have to complete the poem in your fair copy, we have given you the holiday homework. Please do complete it in your copy if you have not done. And thank you for the class.